Chapter 2. Consciousness. What is consciousness? For as long as humans have been on this planet, they've tried to understand the meaning of life. Why are we here? How did we get here? Where did we come from? In modern society, we can get the answers to these questions from many sources. Every religion has answers for you, all prepared in books full of things you're not allowed to do during your lifetime as a human being. Depending on your religion, the final destination of your soul is dependent on the way you behave while living your human life. You may go to paradise of some sort, or you may go to a world full of fire and punishment, forcing the world to fear an eternity of damnation and torture if we misbehave. Depending on who you ask, you are assured to find a different answer. Some answers will be similar to others. Some will be downright absurd, leaving you with warm, fuzzy feelings all over. The truth is, there is no way to know which version is truth, which version is real. The truth is, the only way to differentiate between what's real and what's fiction is to know it for yourself through personal experience. Even when we are told not to touch the hot stove because we'll get burned, there is an overwhelming desire to see how hot it is, to touch the stove and experience its level of hotness. As you will see described in the detail throughout this book, and the teachings held within it, the universe you inhabit is dictated by the lens of perception you develop throughout your life. Everything you experience as reality is simply your minute definition of what is. For each individual, the what is or reality is different. Every human has a different perspective, a different opinion, and different emotions about everything they perceive. If I am having one of those days where nothing seems to be going right, while your day has been full of pleasant surprises, the way each of us perceive a simple photograph will be different. You will see nature scene full of things that make you smile, while I will see dead grass, polluted atmosphere, and a looming destruction of our planet. If I then notice that you are seeing beauty, and I make an attempt to see what you see, I can look at the same picture again and see the beauty of nature and the power of Earth. The same image holds both the light and the dark perspective, the decay as well as the rebirth, so to speak. The only requirement to see one or the other is a shift in perception. So, what is consciousness? According to Webster, it's defined as noun. 1. The state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings. She failed to regain consciousness and died 2 days later. 2. The awareness or perception of something by a person. Plural noun. Consciousnesses. Her acute consciousness of Mike's presence. 3. The fact of awareness by the mind of itself and the world. Consciousnesses emerge from the operations of the brain. Being conscious is defined above in the definition number 1. Being conscious is a state of being awake. When talking about consciousness, I am not simply referring to the fact that you are awake. I'm referring to the enigma of energy that you consider to be you. Some call it your soul, others call it your spirit, others don't even believe it exists. Like everything we are experiencing is a result of complete randomness in a universe full of chaos. In reality, nothing could be further from the truth. To illustrate what I'm saying, ask yourself, where does my consciousness or my soul originate? Some say it's a phenomenon caused by the electrical patterns in the brain. Others say it comes from the heart. So that means your consciousness is inside your body, correct? Let me offer you another perspective. Instead of your consciousness being inside your body, do you think maybe your body could be inside your consciousness? Could it be possible that everything you perceive as you actually extends beyond your body? Could it be possible that your consciousness encapsulates your body and not the other way around? Whether or not you believe it is unfortunately not relevant for your reality to continue on its current trajectory being the evolution of your consciousness. What I mean is, it doesn't matter if you think these words are false or true. This is the nature of all consciousness and the nature of the universe we experience as reality. If you'd like to understand why you are where you are in your current life situation, and why things happen in your life the way they do, you're in the right place. The 5 laws of the universe. Depending on who you ask, there are many laws that govern the many things in our lives. We have laws of physics like gravity, which keeps our feet on the ground. We have laws to keep traffic flowing smoothly while driving in our cars. There are laws of government, laws of science, laws of religion, and laws of the universe. Mankind has developed laws for pretty much everything we can think of. Laws that help us, and other laws that hurt us. Most of the laws we think of when we ponder the law of nature are things which scientists have been able to describe for us through mathematics. Things like gravity or climate change are very easily demonstrated in the language of science. The laws of the universe, as described by many great minds throughout time, are based in more of an esoteric realm, a place where it's not easily described with mathematics, but its logical basis and subsequent conclusions are in line with every scientific law known to exist. Law 1. You exist. You are here. Yes, you are. And lucky for you, you'll never not be here. You are a system of energy in itself, while existing as part of the whole, which means that as long as the universe is here, you will be too. That may seem a little too easily explained, so let me elaborate. The science. Webster's definition of conservation of energy. A principle in physics. The total energy of an isolated system remains constant irrespective of whatever internal changes may take place, with energy disappearing in one form, reappearing in another. Merriam-Webster definition of conservation of energy. According to the accepted definition, energy is not able to be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. Remember that statement forever. The religion. According to Christianity, after you die, you'll end up in one of two places. The good guys go to heaven, and the bad guys go to hell, meaning when you die, your soul lives on past its body. According to Islam, after you die, you'll be met with a similar situation. You get a choice between a land of peace and comfort, or a land of eternal punishment, meaning when you die, your soul lives on past its body. According to Hinduism and Buddhism, after death, your spirit is reborn many times, and death is considered to be a natural event, meaning when you die, your soul lives on past its body. According to Catholicism, the soul is immortal and will be reunited with the body upon the final resurrection of Jesus Christ, meaning when you die, your soul lives on past its body. According to agnosticism, the possibility exists of an afterlife, but there doesn't seem to be a way of agreeing what it's like, and they're okay with that, meaning when you die, maybe your soul lives on past its body, and maybe not. According to atheism, there is no spirit or soul. You die. Your body rots. All energy is returned to the earth when the critters eat your corpse or when they set your body on fire, releasing all your precious carbon into the atmosphere. According to every major faith or religion, including the religion of science, there is no destroying energy. There is no other state of the existence of energy to be in. Energy exists and has no state of non-existence. I heard an old lecture by Alan Watts where he said, "We have all thought about what it would be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Now imagine what it's like to wake up after never going to sleep." So my point is this: you are here. You exist. You always have always existed. You will always exist. Law 2. Now is all there is. In a letter to a family of a friend who recently passed away, Albert Einstein was quoted as saying, "He has departed from this strange world a little ahead of me." That means nothing. For us believing in physics, the distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubborn illusion. Quoted in Einstein, His Life and Universe by Walter Isaacson, 2008. Modern scientists are still under the same impression. We don't quite have the tools or the perceptual understanding of how that could work, why this would be the case, or even where to start. In an effort to clarify what this would look like if you were able to perceive it, I'll take you on a journey through your imagination to the ancient Colosseum in Rome, Italy, 81 AD. The scene is spectacular. There are tens of thousands of people walking around the Colosseum trying to funnel into the gates. This is an event where people traveled for thousands of miles to witness. This is the inaugural event for the Colosseum, a battle between animals and slaves to the death. Wave after wave of slaves and animals are helplessly thrown into an arena, one after another. There is blood everywhere, people screaming, the sound of animals tearing apart human flesh right in front of you. You're terrified as you back up far into the fence as you can, and you realize you're trapped. There's no escape from what's in front of you. The lion springs forward toward you and nothing happens. Now the Colosseum is empty. No animals, no death, no blood, only tourists. And you are cowering up against the wall in fear for your life. In the story above, both streams of time are happening simultaneously. You are merely able to adjust your frequency between dimensions at will, moving from one place in time to another. Everything that has ever happened or ever will happen is happening right now, all around you, wherever you are, every minute of every day. This may seem like a mystical woo-woo statement, but I'll elaborate in subsequent chapters on the importance of now. For most human beings, our lives are controlled by fear and worry about the future based on something we've experienced in the past. Whatever it is you're worried about doesn't exist right now. So, if it doesn't exist, there is no need to worry about it. Worry and fear will only fill your now with stressful emotions and prolong the actual experience. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. The goal is to stop trying to control your future. Stop worrying about what happens in the past and experience what is happening in front of you. Law 3. The Law of One. The Law of One is a very ancient idea, passed through many civilizations and twisted into many of the religions that ruled the world at the beginning of the 21st century. It is the idea that we are all one single energy, one complete system. It seems like a strange concept to grasp, but on a molecular level, if you zoom in close enough with a microscope, you will not be able to differentiate where I stop existing and you begin. To illustrate the idea that we are all the same energy, I want you to imagine a single particle sitting in space. The particle is all there is. No other stars, no moons, just one particle in an infinite void. Since there is nothing but the particle, there is nothing to govern what the particle does. The spread of light is not a limitation for the particle, neither is gravity. The particle can travel anywhere it wants, as fast as it wants. So it does. It shoots left, then right, then in a circle, everywhere. Due to Einstein's theory of relativity, if you were looking at this particle from the outside, it would appear to be in all places at the same time. We would not see it travel from one place to another. It would simply be everywhere that we could possibly look for it. The entire void would appear to be full. An infinite void is instantly one infinite object. In every religion, we are told God is the creator of everything that exists. So if there is only one energy, which we refer to as God, Allah, prime creator, or any other name, and is considered to be an all-powerful creator, then everything in our universe is also part of that energy, including every human being on the planet, not to mention everything else we perceive. It's all of the same energy. It's all one object and one subject. This is the Law of One. Law 4. The Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction is popular among many circles, but it's often overlooked with skepticism, naivety, and, more times than not, flat-out misunderstood, which unfortunately has caused it to be disregarded as woo-woo by mainstream society. Nevertheless, the law of attraction is as real as any other force in the universe, and it's the lens through which you observe your reality. Imagine that your brain is similar to a radio antenna. When you think about something that makes you angry, you begin to experience the emotion of anger. The longer you think of those particular thoughts, the longer you hold the emotion of anger in your system. The physical emotional state you are experiencing is due to the chemicals being released in your body in response to environmental stress, which means when you think about things that make you angry, your actual physical state changes and chemicals that were not previously running through your system are now blasting through your bloodstream like a rocket and affecting the way you interpret literally everything in your environment. If that's not bad enough, while you are holding onto those thoughts, you are broadcasting a frequency from your antenna, the same frequency that you're experiencing as an emotion. So if you're angry, you're broadcasting anger. Think of the idea of broadcasting a signal from your brain being similar to a level in which your consciousness is vibrating. When your vibration is anger, you attract more things to be angry about. When your vibration is happy and experiencing good things, you will in fact be happy and experience good things. Seems like a pretty simple concept. Law 5. The Law of Constant Change. We are in a universe of infinite expansion where change is constant. It's been said that no man walks through the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he is not the same man. No matter what scale you perceive, you will find that nothing stays the same for very long. The idea that everything in the universe is in a state of constant change is the final fundamental law of our universe. The only exception to the law of change are the first 4 laws, Therein, with the first four laws of the universe not changing, even the law of constant change is subject to change.